Welcome, travellers of shadow and light. Tonight we lift a quiet and ancient object, small in size, humble in appearance, and yet radiant with symbolism across cultures, myths, and mystical traditions. We speak of the lantern. It is the flickering flame that cuts through the unknown, a guide for the lost, a signal for the seeker. The lantern is more than just a vessel for fire, it is a symbol of illumination, of consciousness, and of eternal tension between the known and the unknown. Let's step softly into this mystery. Let's follow the light. Let's begin with an image many will recognize. The Hermit card in the tarot, alone on a mountaintop, shrouded in a heavy cloak. The hermit leans on a staff and holds high a lantern, casting a golden glow into the silent night. That light, that's inner wisdom. It is not the spotlight or spectacle or the floodlight of revelation. No, it is a quiet flame, the sacred pilot light, the kind of insight that grows slowly, guiding one step at a time. The hermit's lantern tells us that the truth is not loud, that enlightenment is a personal journey, and that we must learn to walk with patience, allowing our own soul light to be led. It teaches us that the lantern doesn't banish the darkness, it simply helps us navigate it. In spiritual and mystical traditions, the act of carrying a lantern is often reserved for guardians, seekers, or initiates. It's no accident that the name Lucifer, often misunderstood, means light bringer. In Gnostic and occult philosophy, this archetype represents not evil but the bearer of hidden knowledge, a controversial yet potent metaphor for one who dares to illuminate that which is forbidden or concealed. In Buddhist traditions, the Lotus Lantern Festival honors the light of compassion. In Diwali, Hindus place lanterns at their doors to invite Lakshmi, the goddess of abundance and wisdom. In all these, the lantern becomes more than an object. It becomes a symbol of inner awakening, of the ability to guide oneself and others through moral, mental, or spiritual darkness. In Hermeticism and alchemical symbolism, fire represents the divine spark, consciousness itself. The lantern then is a vessel of the soul. The body becomes the structure, and the flame inside is the awareness, the eternal watcher. We might think of it this way: our lives are shaped like lanterns. Glass, metal, perhaps a handle, fragile but protective. Yet, what gives us life, meaning and identity is the light within. This light can be brightened through meditation, knowledge, love and action, or it can be dimmed by fear, by illusion, by forgetfulness, but it is never fully extinguished. It flickers, waits, hopes. The mystic seeks to tend the flame, to keep it alive, even when the winds of chaos threaten to blow it out. Sometimes lanterns in sacred imagery contain geometric shapes, six-sided glass panels, hexagrams, or even the Seal of Solomon, representing balance and the fusion of opposites. When the lantern takes this form, it becomes a cosmic object, a miniature temple for light, housing sacred geometry and spiritual symmetry. A lantern in the shape of a hexagon is a light held in harmony, a reminder that truth is not chaotic but ordered, even if our path to it is not. Let's not forget Prometheus, the titan who stole fire from the gods and gave it to humanity. Though he is more associated with the torch, the story is still the same. Light is liberation. Knowledge is a dangerous gift, and the bringer of light often suffers for their offering. The lantern becomes a microcosmic Promethean fire. To carry it is to carry responsibility. To hold it high is to invite danger, exposure and transformation. The lantern is not always held for the self. In many spiritual traditions, the highest act is not just to find the light, but to become it, to guide others with your flame. This is the path of the bodhisattva, the spiritual teacher, the mentor, the one who has been through the dark night of the soul and now returns to hold the lantern for those still wandering. The lantern becomes a gift, a silent signal. I have walked this path and I will help you see. So what is the lantern truly? It's the flame of consciousness projected and protected. It's the soul's signal steady against the wind. It's the light of the seeker, never extinguished. It's the invitation to rise, to see, to remember. In your own life, ask yourself what fuels your lantern. What are you illuminating? And are you brave enough to carry that light into the unknown? If you've enjoyed this journey into symbolism, spirituality and the inner fire, make sure to subscribe to the channel for daily explorations. There are so many more symbols waiting to be revealed, and you never know which one will light your path next. Until then, keep your light alive, keep your flame alive, and let your light be a guide. Thank you.